Arizona Highways magazine is celebrating their 90th anniversary issue.
And Robert Stieve is here to give us a sneak peek of the milestone issue and tell us what the magazine is doing for readers to thank them. Thank you so much for coming back.
Well, it's great to be here. I want to make it clear from the beginning I wasn't there 90 years ago when the magazine started.
But
came
still,
in somewhere in the middle, yeah.
Huge deal. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, it's very exciting. You know, a lot of magazines, are going by the wayside. We're happy to still be doing what we do and doing it well, we think. So.
Oh, and rightfully so. And so for the milestone issue, what are we putting on the cover? How do you decide what you put on the cover?
That's a great question, because we've had a few milestones over the years.
Yeah.
So we actually looked to a local artist, a guy by the name of Ed Mel. You might recognize his style of artwork there, and approached him and said, would you mind doing a cover? And he said, absolutely. And so he even put a little highway through there for us to sort of make it an Arizona Highways special thing. So it's beautiful, and we're excited about it.
It's so cool. And I know in the issue itself, we're going to kind of be taking a look back to previous issues, previous years. What can our readers expect?
Well, we came up with this idea we're going to try to excerpt something from every one of the 90 years, which, when you do the math, that's almost 1,100 issues, looking at every single page, and we were putting stickies on things. So, what we're looking for is stuff like this. This is our first cover ever from April 1925. You can see we've changed a little bit, and more than just adding color. This was an old road up by Prescott. But what's interesting, for the first 15 years of the magazine, it was actually a trade journal. And so we did stories like this. We did stories about how in the Great Depression the state was trying to boost the copper industry, so we actually made license plates out of copper. We did stories about road graders and culverts and things like that, guardrails. Then we started to evolve a little bit, and as you can see here, this was our first cover with color in it from 1937. It was actually a painting that was given to us by the Santa Fe Railway Company. We kind of looked wherever we could look to get artwork for the cover. So in 1938, a guy named Raymond Carlson came along, and an art director named George Avey, and they're the ones who are really the founding fathers who decided maybe we should make this into a travel magazine, and kind of went from there. So
now, I know that was your first color cover, but when was the first full cover issue? Because I know Barry Goldwater has a part in that.
Yeah, actually, this cover right here, Barry Goldwater was the photographer. What's unique about this issue, it was the first magazine in the world that was all color from cover to cover. So we beat Life and National Geographic, Saturday Evening Post, we beat everybody. And what a lot of people don't know about Mr. Goldwater, he was a prolific photographer who had great access, especially with the Navajos, so they allowed him in and did a lot of photography. Ted DeGrazia, a favorite down here in Tucson. He had a long relationship with the magazine. Our editor, Ray Carlson, actually met him at the Orpheum Theater up in Phoenix before Mr. DeGrazia had started really exploding as an artist, and sort of debuted his work in Arizona Highways and really put him on the map. This is my favorite part of the issue. It's our back cover. We did a map in August of 1940, and our art director at the time, George Avey, just did these maps. There wasn't a lot of photography out there because there weren't a lot of photographers, so you had to create a lot of your artwork. And so he did these amazing maps. You can't really see it by looking at it on screen, but when you get in there with a magnifying glass and look at all these little illustrations, it's quite fascinating.
And you're actually offering reprints of that?
Yeah, we are. It's in such demand. I've been trying to get one for 10 years and couldn't find it on eBay everywhere. So we actually thought, well, let's just reprint it. We've sold a bunch of them. So it's been great. People sort of liking the retro effect of it.
It is. And then you guys are also doing something for your digital subscriptions, kind of a throwback to your original.
Yeah, we're actually on April 1st. People are going to think it's an April Fool's joke, but we're actually offering digital subscriptions to the magazine for $1 for a 12-month subscription. And that was the price when we started in April 1925, was $1 for 12 issues. So on April 1st, you can go online and order a subscription for $1.
That's awesome. Robert, always thank you so much for coming. Congratulations to you, the whole staff, and everyone that's had a hand in doing this for 90 years.
Thanks, appreciate it.
That's amazing. Definitely Arizona Highways is deserving of this 90th anniversary of their wonderful magazine. You can check out more of Arizona's natural beauty and subscribe to Arizona Highways magazine. You can give them a call, 1-800-543-5432, or by going online to arizonahighways.com.